This program is brought to you by the Genesis Communications Network, a world leader in talk radio since 1998. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Broadcasting and streaming live all across America. This is HomeTalkUSA with Michael King, where we will discuss topics pertaining to your home with industry-leading experts. Michael King is a licensed general contractor with more than 30 years of experience in home improvements and the author of Contracting with the King. Join us this hour for our segment Invent America with your co-host, the Inventor Lady Rita Crompton. Discover what's next in the home improvement industry and explore new products and innovations. Or if you have that next great big idea, learn what it takes to bring your invention to the world as Michael King and Rita Crompton talk to America's inventors and innovators. Remember, the America of tomorrow is being invented today. We invite you to visit us at HomeTalkUSA.com, one of the best resources for home improvement information around today. Your best life begins with your best home, and there's no place like Home Talk. That's HomeTalkUSA.com. And now, we proudly present Invent America from the #1 home improvement radio program in the country, Home Talk USA, with your host, the Cajun contractor, Michael King, and his co-host, the Inventor Lady, Rita Crompton.
This is the Cajun man from the Bayou Land, the originator, not the duplicator. Please don't accept no substitutions. Man, I was green before green was even cool. We are broadcasting live right here at the ASD Market Week in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Las Vegas Convention Center. We're going to be talking to some great inventors and some great talk about great technology from the show. And now I'd like to welcome my sidekick, the Inventor Lady herself, Miss Rita Crompton. Rita, how you doing?
Hey, how are you today?
We're doing great, Rita. So we are broadcasting here. We had a little technical issues, but I think we got it worked out. But tell us a little bit about ASD Market Week.
Oh, my God. All right. So this is the coolest show ever. We are here. The show opened yesterday, and we had more success with more of our inventors yesterday than we have ever had at any other show. It has been absolutely amazing. So our first guest today, and we're going to go through these because we've got a whole bunch of inventors that are going to be on and want to share their story. Jenny is our first guest. The last time Jenny Cellini was on was before the show, and now Jenny Cellini is on with us, and she has had a huge success story. Thank you so much, Jenny, for coming with us, and thank you so much for sharing your story. So it is wonderful to have you.
Oh, thank you for having me. This has been a blast, so it's my honor. The interesting part of this is that, you've got a brand new product. You're just getting into the sales and the marketing stuff. Right.
Share with our listeners your great success story that you had yesterday.
Well, first of all, the people that I'm meeting and the contacts have been incredible, so that's a huge success for me right there. But then I had my very first order from a retailer. Woohoo!
Yay!
So it's really cool to see that other people are seeing what I see in the product and believing in me. So, yeah, it's been a great time.
Oh, I know. It's a wonderful product. I love seeing them in person because before we, would see the information, we'd see the videos, but there is nothing like being in person, eye to eye, and seeing these cool new products. Yeah. And so, when we tell, our inventors, it's like, go out and walk the aisle, talk to people. You can't just wait for them to come up and say, oh, what do you have? You got to go out and grab them, right?
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. And even the other vendors are contacts for you. So you can't be shy about your own product.
That's for sure. You've got to get out there and grab them. Well, the one thing about, ASD that we've really noticed is that it covers so many different products. And so have you noticed that as well?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you see anything from baby toys to machetes to scooters to my bra strap aligner.
I know, right? It's like somebody says, oh, well, this is what, they come over, they see one of our banners, and then I say, oh, what do you do? And they say, oh, well, we do this thing. You don't have anything. Oh, yeah, let me show you this thing right here.
Absolutely do. Something for everyone here.
There really is. It's, and it's an interesting show because it is consumer-based. So what we're looking at then are products that, the people walking the aisle are generally looking for a consumer product that they're buying wholesale to put into a retail position. So they're store owners, they may be product placement specialists for different lines. One of the things that made me laugh is that we have seen so many of... Who have we been seeing coming by and trying?
A lot of e-commerce. So Amazon, TikTok Shop, which I guess is the new thing. I'm learning that myself too.
Yep. I know we've got a lady on in a couple of weeks, and that is her specialty. She has been selling. She's an inventor, has a pet product, and that's what she found was TikTok Shop was amazing in getting her product out there and so much more inventor friendly. So we're going to be talking about that on the radio in a couple of weeks.
I'm curious to learn about it myself. That's
so
great.
It is wonderful to have you. I wish you the best of success, and we are going to go ahead and work on getting some of our other inventors lined up, and get them over here for the show.
Sounds good.
Alrighty, thanks, Jenny, so much.
Have a great day.
You need to give me.
All right, Rita, I tell you what, that was a great guess. And who you have now?
All right, Mahmoud Akhtar is our next guest, and he has got tools for sale. Oh, my God, I can't wait to get the new one for my husband. We're going to let him talk about what the tools are. He's actually thinking about coming on and being a sponsor for the Home Talk USA and Invent America.
Well, I think we should just give him the whole hour. What do you think?
Oh, I am sure he would go for that because he has actually been coming with us to our shows. Mahmoud, this is the fifth year, and I told him one time, it's like, well, you could get your own space. And he goes, why would I do that? It's a lot more fun to go with you. So we have enjoyed getting to know him and having his tools here. And this year he has got a really new cool tool that my husband will be getting in his Christmas stocking.
All right, so let's learn a little bit more about him.
All right, Mahmoud, thank you so much for being with us today. And tell us about Ascent Tools and what you do.
Rita, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. Yes, it's been fun working with you, being at the shows with you. Ascent Tools was started about 9 years ago. And we saw a category in hand tools which is called specialty hand tools. These are the tools that are actually technology infused and designed for specific applications. What we brought to the show is something very unique. Almost everyone has tools, right? Many people have their prized tools. Auto mechanics have tools, aircraft mechanics have tools, MRO technicians have tools, electricians have tools, and many tools do-it-yourselfers actually buy and they store them in their garage. The issue is that many of those tools are in the toolbox or a tool cart or a drawer in the garage, and they're not organized. So why do you need to organize? Well, people actually accumulate so many tools over the years. And then when it comes to finding a specific tool, for example, a 3/8-inch drive, a 16mm socket, well, you're searching through the drawer and you're getting frustrated. Once it's fine, but if you have to do it over and over again, it gets frustrated. So how about looking into tool organizer? There are tool organizers out there. Their limitation is they would only organize a certain category.
All right,
We've got to take a break.
Yeah, we're going to take a short break. Don't let him go anywhere. We're going to.
I'm not going to let him go anywhere.
Yeah, if I got to tackle him, keep him.
Well, I need him to talk about that new tool he's got. So
right.
we're going to hang around here.
All right, we're going to have to take a short break. We've got to pay some bills right here on Home Talk USA, streaming live on the World Wide Web on the Genesis Communication Radio Network. This is Home Talk USA, broadcasting from the Las Vegas Convention Center at the ASD Market Week in Las Vegas, Nevada, alone with the Inventor Lady herself, Miss Rita Crompton. We'll be right back.
to Home Talk USA with Michael King. Do you have questions about your next home improvement project or home repairs? Now you can chat with verified home repair and home improvement experts in just minutes. Get the help you need by visiting HomeTalkUSA.com. One of the best resources for home improvement information around today. Your best life begins with your best home, and there's no place like Home Talk. That's HomeTalkUSA.com. And now, back to Invent America from the #1 home improvement radio program in the country. Home Talk USA with your host, the Cajun contractor Michael King, and his co-host, the Inventor Lady Rita Crompton.
All right, welcome back. We are broadcasting here from the ASD Market Week in Las Vegas, Nevada, along with my sidekick, the Inventor Lady herself, Miss Rita Crompton. And Rita, so let's continue our conversation with our guests.
All right, so I want Mahbub to take the time now to tell you about the new tool that he's got, because this is one that's going to go in my husband's Christmas stocking. Oh, my God. I'm going to be able to fill the entire family's Christmas stockings with stuff from this show. Mahbub, go ahead and let everybody know, what is the new tool that you brought with you?
So there are situations when you are either tightening a bolt into a screw or taking it out, but the screw has a very long neck. And then if you use the ratchet has a range which is limited. And if you continue to use that limited range, whether you're taking out the bolt or putting it back in, it could be very stressful on your hands. What this tool does, it has a wheel on the top, and you can actually, once you break the nut, you can actually wheel the nut into the screw or take it out. So it's very easy on your hand. It's easy to move around the wheel around in a circle than to continue to use ratchet in a very limited way.
Right.
That's what the Neo tool really does.
It's so cool. And the interesting thing that happened at the show from Mahbub is that the Kevin Cody, all right, with FLI products, and he's been on as one of our guest experts several times. He has got some sellout products here that he's done with that line, and he just wanted to get rid of inventory. But then he went through our list of products and picked 2 new products to be distributors for, and Mahbub's new wrench is one of them. The ratchet is one of them.
It is correct.
And so he wants to be now, and see, he is on the e-commerce at Home Depot and e-commerce at Lowe's.
And
Tractor Supply. So he is looking now at being a rep for Mahbub. So how cool is that one of our other, inventors, displaying products is going to become now a distributor for one of our premier inventors. So we are really excited about that.
Certainly, so am I. In fact, just before coming, I didn't want to waste time and send him a sample. So he would be getting a sample this week, and he would be trying it out himself. But he got the idea with the video that we have. He got the idea, and then he said, "Could I have a sample?" And we sent it to him right away.
As he wanted to see, what kind of products we were taking, and whether or not he wanted to sell his, send us his closeouts. And he goes, "Oh my God!" He goes, "I love these products." Right. So that was Mahbub's was one of them that he asked to see, and then he asked to see one that was called Bundle Buds. So we are making sure that he gets both of those samples and is able to carry those products. So What have you seen that's different from this show to other shows that you've been to?
I think there is a main difference between the hardware show we used to go to and here. The hardware show seems to be more looky-look and big box type people. The problem for companies like us, inventors and smaller companies, is that it takes a very long time to get into big box companies. But here, the middle range to smaller size distributors and wholesalers are there. They make fast decisions. Therefore, for us to get the product out into the market would be much faster than the kind of people that we meet at the hardware show. So I think this is a major difference, because what do the inventors want? What do people who are bringing new products to the market, what do they want? Well, we want our product to be in the market as soon as possible, right? For us, the longer the product is not in the market, it's not doing anything for us. It's not doing anything for the business.
Right.
Therefore, it's important that we get to the market and start making money. And that's where you come in, Rita, because you enable that for us. Okay, and so we're very thankful for that.
And we enjoy being able to get our inventors out there, get the products out there, and meet wonderful people like you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being with us today. I know that we need to be able to go and pay some bills, but I want to thank one of our sponsors for actually being here today. It was funny because the Kicker Design with Addison Shelton, they are one of our radio sponsors for Invent America, and they had one of their reps, walking the floor today. He came over and he introduced himself, and I said, "Oh my God, stick around, we'll get you on the radio." And he goes, "Oh, I can't do radio. I'm not prepared." And it's like, "Oh, all you have to do is answer a few questions." He made sure that he walked away so that I couldn't tackle him at the last minute and get him over here. But Michael, this has just been one of the best shows. The ASD Marketplace, they are a sponsor for Invent America as well. They have been wonderful to work with.
Well, I tell you, it's very important that, that's what we do here. We have to go out and try to find this technology. We have to find the technologies of the future. And the only way we can do that is to get out of the studio, hop that big bird, and go to these trade shows. And they're very valuable.
Yep. Well, and I tell my inventors the same thing. It's like, you can't stand here in the booth by your table. You need to get out and walk the floor. And that's why we bring staff. And so, I've got 6 staff people here. I've assigned all the products to them. They've got 4 days, holy cow, to go out and walk all of these different areas and find the products and the different people that match up to these products. And Mahbub was exactly right, is that this is that they want to buy. The attendees are buyers, and they're here to do business. And when we would be at the National Hardware Show, they would look and they would talk, and these guys are saying, "Where do I buy this? How many do you have for sale? When can you ship?" And that is new, and it's exciting for our inventors because that's what they want to do. They want to sell product. And so when, Jenny was right in the morning and somebody said, "I'll take 30 of them," and it was a cash and carry deal. She was so excited.
Well, it's a process, and we're going to be live here for quite some time, and but there's the music right there, Rita, so hold on. We are broadcasting live right here from ASD Market Week from Las Vegas, Nevada. Don't forget, check out our website at HomeTalkUSA.com. Anything you want to know about this show, our topics, and then don't forget to click that link. Invent America is sitting right there. If you want to learn about the Invent America part of the Home Talk USA radio family, along with Rita Crompton, the Inventor Lady. Don't go nowhere. We're going to have another guest, another topic, another inventor from the ASD Market Week from Las Vegas, Nevada. I'll be right back. Yay!
USA with Michael King. Do you have questions about your next home improvement project or home repairs? Now you can chat with verified home repair and home improvement experts in just minutes. Get the help you need by visiting HomeTalkUSA.com. One of the best resources for home improvement information around today. Your best life begins with your best home, and there's no place like Home Talk. That's HomeTalkUSA.com. And now, back to Invent America from the #1 home improvement radio program in the country. Home Talk USA with your host, the Cajun contractor Michael King, and his co-host, the Inventor Lady, Rita Crompton.
Welcome back. We are broadcasting from the Las Vegas Convention Center in Las Vegas, Nevada. As you can recall, I was there a couple weeks ago at the International Building Show, and now I'm here at ASD Market Week in Las Vegas alone with my sidekick, the Inventor Lady herself, Rita Crompton. Rita, who's our next guest?
Our next guest is Shelley Furrer. There's a lot of R's in that and H's, but she has got a wonderful new product where, there are so many cool products here. It's hard to say even, categories, but this one is self-defense, Shelley? Protection?
Self-defense, protection, removal of a...
Tell your story. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for coming to the show.
Thank you for having me.
And tell us now, how you came up with this and what it is. All right, Liberté.
Liberté is a device that was designed to help people out of abductions, trafficking, military if they're bound, if they're captured. There's so many different people who can use it. Women, if they're jogging. It's just a device that you need to have on you but never want to use.
It's that kind of device that you put on your keychain because you don't want to leave the house without it because you never know when you're going to need it. And you hope you never need it, but by golly, if you do, then you've got it. And it was so funny because, yesterday Shelley got in late. She got caught in all that crummy weather coming out of Florida and delayed and everything. So she got in, brought her product in, and Helica set it up for her and stuff. But then they went to take a break. And later, towards close, there was a gentleman came over, and he just came over browsing because he saw one of our posters. And, oh, this is really cute. And I said, what do you do? And he goes, we sell those knives over there. And I said, oh, I got one for you. And he goes, oh, my God, I need to talk to her. We will be over tomorrow to visit with her because they sell all kinds of knives. And then the other guys on the other side of us sell knives, and they want to see it, too.
Yes, so I've been doing a lot of walking around and showing it to them and visiting with them at their booths because they're busy, I'm busy, and just trying to get it out there.
Yep, exactly. So you're looking then to be able to license it. You're not wanting to go into business.
I don't know at this point. It's all so new. I met you, which has been a blessing in my life. And you said, there's the show, let's go. I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's get everything ready. Let's get there. Our prototypes were lost. I mean, it's been one battle after another. But thanks to my friend at Stills Jewelry, he created it for me. And I was able to bring a prototype.
Excellent. It's so funny because we had a lot of inventors at the last minute. It's like, I'm going, and we had a gentleman who's got a coffee press for espresso that, Mike, my guy Mike, that does all of our stuff here, feet on the ground, he goes, oh my God, this is so cool. I said, you've just been elected salesman for Daniel because you know all about this. I love espresso. So, everybody touches every product. And it is amazing how everybody can help an inventor say, oh, yeah, I know this guy over here. Oh, yeah, I
have been going through that since yesterday and today. Everybody is giving me new information. I'm writing it. It's busy.
There is nothing like being in person, right?
It's amazing.
Face to face, eye to eye, touching the product, feeling the product, being able to share information. It's like our staff shares information. Like, oh my God, I found this product over here. So it's been a blessing. It's been a blessing to have all of you guys here.
It's been fun. I was just walking down and a man pulled me over and said, what is that? He's one of the buyers. And I showed it and I gave him my QR reader and he did it. He said, my wife and I were just talking about this. We have a 16-year-old daughter and we thought, what are we going to do to help her? He says, you have what we need.
Well, it was funny because you did the test with TSA walking through the airport, and they did stop you.
They did.
And everybody came over and was looking. She had to back up and put it back in her suitcase, but everybody was interested at TSA on what this device would do.
They were. They said that it would help them tremendously because they would pull the victim aside, and they're trained enough to know when someone is abducted. And they said between the device setting it off and then being able to pull the person away, that it would save a life.
Yeah. And that's what that's what it's all about.
That's
being
what it's
able
all about.
To save a life and, give people a sense of I can defend myself.
Yes.
And
yes, that gives them hope, you know. And with the blade on it, not only is it used to cut through any type of bindings, but it can be used as a protection. You can stab them,
but it's got the tracker on it too, so that's where it would, you know, the GPS system would turn, you know, TSA if somebody was trying to abduct someone and get them out of the country, that would go off. But it's got the tracker on it, so you know, a child gets kidnapped, and now you know you've got your child going to camp. Well, hello. You know, it's my daughter. She's got 2 little boys.
This is something everyone needs to have to save their children.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, as far as goals go, now you know, it sounds like you're looking at, you know, maybe you'd go into manufacturing and maybe you'd go into licensing if the offers came up, right?
Correct. Well, very much so.
And, you know, that's, you know, we look at Fantasyland, where Fantasyland for an inventor is that you can make some, you can prove yourself in the marketplace, and then you can look at licensing, because that's where you really get, you know, then the big bucks. I always laugh and say, you know, a good invention is like a child. You conceive it, you nurture it, it sucks you dry, you throw it out.
Exactly.
And, you know, until you throw it out, it'll never grow up and be big and take care of you. So that's, you know, and so we have so many inventors, it's like when they can actually make some and get them out there, it gives them.
And that's the thing, that's what's important to me, is getting it out there and saving lives. And also I've talked to my local pastor at home, and I told him once they are manufactured, that I'm going to give them $1,000 to take on their missionary trips to help the women in these foreign lands that have no help whatsoever.
Wonderful. What a blessing. And I wish you the best of luck at the show. Thank you again for being on with us today and sharing your story.
Thank you.
And I look forward to helping you get this product out there.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a short break.
I appreciate you, Rita.
All right, Rita.
All right.
All right, we got to take a short break here. Broadcasting from the ASD Market Week in Las Vegas. This is HomeTalkUSA, the Invent America show, right here on the Genesis Communication Radio Network at GCNlive.com. We're going to be right back.
Welcome back to Home Talk USA with Michael King. Do you have questions about your next home improvement project or home repairs? Now you can chat with verified home repair and home improvement experts in just minutes. Get the help you need by visiting HomeTalkUSA.com. One of the best resources for home improvement information around today. Your best life begins with your best home, and there's no place like Home Talk. That's HomeTalkUSA.com. And now, back to Invent America from the #1 home improvement radio program in the country. Home Talk USA with your host, the Cajun contractor Michael King, and his co-host, the Inventor Lady Rita Crompton.
All right, welcome back. Oh, we're having a great time, huh, Rita, here at ASD Market Week, huh?
We are. It's been a wonderful show. You know, some of our inventors have just had really great success, and we are finding, you know, distributors for new product and, you know, licensees for new products. So it's really been a good show. And like Mahbub had said, you know, the people here are wanting to do business. They want to know where can they get product, you know, who's interested in new products, and that's what we're here for. I mean, you know, that's why we're here, right?
That's right. Who's our guest now?
So our next guest is Joel Douglas. All right, his partner Shem. Shem could not be here, but he and his partner came up with a new product called Zipex, and it's one of those really cool, just a little simple gadget. And having been, you know, a new purchaser who was dealing with all these kind of electrical wires and caps falling off all over the place, they have come up with a new invention that makes it safer and easier. So, Joel, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
So, tell our listeners, what is it that you invented?
So, Zipex is a device for the DIY community. The DIY community does it on weekends and once or twice a year, and the problem that they have is with stranded wire, being connected to the internal wiring on a house, which is solid core wire. It's always difficult to put together and makes the connections become loose. So what we invented was a device. We actually have 3 patents on it right now that basically replaces the tape that most people place on it, has an easy peel release liner, so you're not dealing with trying to stretch the tape and cut the tape. It slides over the wire nut, and then it basically adheres to the wiring, the wires that go into the wire nut, and will prevent it from becoming loose over time in the connection. That means that the wire will never come out, or should never come out, and therefore that wire won't be loose and causing a intermittent short, which is how you get fires in homes.
Well, exactly, and I know that just, our house was 30 years old, so it's not old, but it's old enough that, things start falling apart, and so when we were up and, it's like, hold the light, get this little clamp on here, and, the wire's not just right, and so your product makes it so much easier. Makes it very easy to do. And safe, and it lasts a long time, right? It lasts virtually forever. The tape is a more aggressive tape than currently used on electrical tape, but all the parts are UL approved. Okay, great. And you're manufacturing, right? We're manufacturing. So then... in the United States. So it's USA made? Yep. Excellent. Made in America, yep, is the right slogan. So I know that we are looking at, doing more of our inventors and, our different guests on the radio to do Made in America. So we're going to get you tagged again to be on and stuff. But, I think some of where you came up with this was in your background, where you were doing home inspection and you were involved in that home inspection arena. I'm a licensed professional engineer in 6 states. Okay, and I do a lot of inspections for hurricane damage, tornadoes, fire, flood. List goes on. And what we saw a lot of is small electrical fires, which were started by wires that had come out of the wire nut, yep, and had shorted out, and then or we also had one instance where the wire had come out of the wire nut. The homeowner went up in the can to see what was wrong, and he got an electrical shock. Yeah, that's scary stuff, and I certainly know that when we were doing our stuff, and somebody go whoa whoa whoa, and yep, when they touch a live wire and stuff, yep. So. The fact that you're able to do the manufacturing and get it out there, and you work then with distributors, yep, and everything, and get it out across America is wonderful. Yep. So we'll get you back on for the Made in USA, and I can hear some music coming up, which means we got to go pay some bills, everybody. And we will be right back with our next inventor.
Thank you.
Live right here from the ASD Market Week. I'm the Cajun Contractor, along with Rita Crompton. We're going to be right back.
to Home Talk USA with Michael King. Do you have questions about your next home improvement project or home repairs? Now you can chat with verified home repair and home improvement experts in just minutes. Get the help you need by visiting HomeTalkUSA.com. one of the best resources for home improvement information around today. Your best life begins with your best home, and there's no place like Home Talk. That's HomeTalkUSA.com. And now, back to Invent America from the #1 home improvement radio program in the country. Home Talk USA with your host, the Cajun contractor Michael King, and his co-host, the Inventor Lady, Rita Crompton.
All right. Wow. We are broadcasting here from the ASD Market Week in Las Vegas, Nevada, along with my sidekick, the co-host of the Invent America show, the Inventor Lady herself, Rita Crompton. Rita, I tell you, that was a star-filled pack hour of information.
I know. We've got everything from fashion products to electrical products, and the next hour coming up, we're going to have the same thing. It's just a wonderful variety. People have had great success. And again, I don't mean to brag, but hey, we have had more success in one day than we've had in the last 15 years at the National Hardware Show because people are serious.
Well,
they're
the good
coming,
news,
they're buying.
Yeah. The good news is we've got another hour of this, Rita.
I know. It's so exciting. Yes.
I'm on the phone negotiating with the network president to see if we can kind of like stay on the air for the next 6 hours, but I don't think I can pull that off.
I don't know that they will let you, but you know what? ASD has been wonderful to work with. We've already working on our contract for next year, so we will be here again. Maybe you've got a year that you can get them to up the game a little bit. We'll do 3 hours from the show next year.
Yeah. Well, Rita, there's the music. Rita, give us that website, the Inventor Lady website.
Well, we've got inventorlady.com, but we've got invent-america. And, oh, yeah, by the way, everybody out there who's listening, go in and vote for the Innovation Award. All right. One of our inventors here is going to win the Innovation Award, and we're going to brag about them like crazy. So get out there.
We got to run. We got to run. Yay!
Michael Mellinson. Affiliate and Sponsor Relations, Joe Spera. Comptroller, Sheila Gregoire. Assistant Producer, Christian Bethencourt. Board Operators provided by Genesis Communications Network. And I'm your announcer, Kevin McCarthy. Music includes King's Creole by Prolific Arts, Cajun Jam by StockMusic.com, and Zydeco City by Steve Rice. Home Talk USA with Michael King is sponsored by Bonide, pest solutions for your home, garden, and lawn. Decorators, take outdoor living beyond ordinary. Aztec Washer, innovative roofing solutions. Seal it right, seal it tight. Trimislab, replace rotten or missing wood with Trimislab expansion joint repair. Masonry Cosmetics, change the color of any porous masonry with proven masonry staining. Green Products Company, #1 in wood preservatives. Preserve, protect, and clean what you value, and most of all, make it last. Bond Products, manufacturers of Instabind, the world's first do-it-yourself carpet binding solution. Deckrite, life is tough. Make your exterior flooring tougher. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Home Talk USA with Michael King. Until next time, visit us at HomeTalkUSA.com. Your best life begins with your best home, and there's no place like Home Talk. That's HomeTalkUSA.com.
Yay!